So veiled was her immortality that she seemed inflicting consciousness on unconscious thing. So veiled was her immortality. She is an immortal person. But then it has become so much that is same inflicting consciousness on unconscious. Indeed, she is doing that. She is indeed inflicting consciousness on unconscious things because of her immortality. An episode in an eternal death. Now Deus is dead, and it is in that death she is working at pouring her consciousness. A myth of being that must forever cease, that myth must disappear completely. Such was the evil mystery of her change. Life, beautiful, sweet, harmonious, vibrant, has now become a maimed woman in this creation completely, you see. Such was the evil mystery of her change. Why? Because she enters into a world which is an alien world. See, it is like something when a foreign element enters into something, the immediate reaction is to reject that element. Is to reject that element completely. So, life is entering into matter. For matter, it is a foreign element. And therefore, the immediate reaction of matter will be to reject life, to throw it out. See, I mean, it is not compatible with its own way of doing things and all that kind of a thing. So, there will be a push to throw it out completely, you see. In fact, that is what happens everywhere. See, in good old days in India, perhaps it happens even now, the trains were very crowded, always, you see. And there are no reservations and all that. So, when the train comes to the station and people want to get in, people inside the compartment will push those people who are coming in, push them out, you see, push them out, because it's already crowded and they would not like to come here. But somehow these people will manage and get in, and the next station they will also start pushing. It goes on. So it's like that. When life has entered into matter, the immediate reaction of matter is throw out life. Throw out life. But then in that throwing out of life, there is a purpose, there is a will. There is a will. You see, in order to assimilate something which is foreign to you, needs a different kind of preparation in you. It needs a process of assimilation of something foreign, you see. Then only it can promote. So that immediate reaction is there of throwing out. Such was the evil mystery of her change. And naturally she got mutilated, completely mutilated, you see, in the whole process. Well, so that is what the fall of life is. Life is moving the realms through various realms. We are seeing that through various realms. Uneven domains of life, good and bad and all that thing. Life is there everywhere, but something like this, something like that, uneven processes. And the highest status of life is the world of bliss. It is from that world of bliss, life is entering at the call, at the invitation of this God's immaterial object into matter, and then the result is she has to suffer, she has to undergo a change, evil change. She has to undergo an unavoidable evil change. But then perhaps there is a kind of a great design behind the whole affair. There is a will. The Supreme Himself has sort of built out the whole process, and these things have to happen so that things can move forward, you see. Now, as I have been telling always, we have said many times that thing, the entry of life meets opposition from matter. Matter wants to reject life because it's a foreign element to life, to matter, you see. Wants to reject matter, you see. Same way, later on, when mind enters into life in matter, there will be an opposition. life in matter has a certain kind of a character and not allow any other foreign character to come and enter into it, there will be an opposition to matter, mind also. In other words, this opposition is kind of a built-in mechanism to prepare to a greater and greater possibility this unconscious void. This unconscious void is getting prepared by this whole process of its opposition, you see. Now, this opposition takes place because mind, because life, earlier because of matter in the unconscious void, they have appeared here, matter has appeared, life has appeared, mind has appeared, but they are not able to be what they really are here in this condition, you see. Life gets mutilated, mind gets distorted, fragmented completely here when it comes here. Matter, this is natural beauty and harmony and joy, which is here, there, up there. Now, why it happens? Because these powers which have entered into this process, into this unconscious void, which are entering into this unconscious void, these powers belong to the world of ignorance. They belong to the world of ignorance. Matter, life is coming from the world of ignorance, from the cosmic ignorance. Mind is coming from the world of ignorance, cosmic ignorance. And when something is coming from cosmic ignorance, it is bound to meet an opposition from this unconscious void. Because it is carrying this ignorance. Who wants that ignorance here? You see, that kind of a thing, you see. Who wants that ignorance? So, because they are coming from the world of ignorance, there is an inbuilt opposition to their entry. But still, by a higher will, it is sustained. They enter, they manage to push themselves in and be here. Life is here, mind is here, they have managed here. Although, in order to prepare this unconscious void. So that is the will behind the whole thing. Now, this opposition, a dark, ambiguous presence, that is what life is meeting here. The moment she enters into the material object, she meets a dark, ambiguous presence. This happens because she is coming from a world of ignorance, from the lower hemisphere. Life, as you have described, is between the wall, shadowy wall is like this, and the veil is like this. The shadowy wall is the inconscience, the veil is the O-mind, where you have got multiplicity without the knowledge of unity, and life is between these two, the wall and the veil. So life is coming from this region and entering into matter. Naturally, inconscience will oppose it. It has a power enough to oppose it. It can stun whosoever comes into that domain, and therefore the presence is there, dark presence is there, you see. Same thing happened in the case of mind. And as I said earlier, it is for the first time that there is going to be the entry of supermind into this world of inconscience, into this matter. In this unconscious void, it is for the first time that the supermind is going to enter here. Supermind is a power which none can oppose. Supermind is a power which none can oppose. So, although the unconscious void may not like it to be there, but it is helpless. It cannot throw a black answer to supermind coming and entering into it. It cannot throw a black answer. When it comes, it asserts itself positively. Life cannot assert herself fully. Mind cannot assert itself fully. But when supermind enters into this unconscious void, it will assert. Nobody can challenge this entry there. And as I said earlier, the earlier processes of evolution were from ignorance making progress. Now, with the entry of supermind, the progress is of entry of knowledge into inconscience. That is a great step forward. in the evolutionary history of the earth, the first entry of supermind in the material world, it is happening absolutely for the first time. Absolutely for the first time. It happened on 29 February 1956 on Wednesday around 8 o'clock in the evening in the playground of the ashram. Wednesday. It happened for the first time. It entered the subtle physical of the earth, you see. The mother says that thing. So that is absolutely for the first time that a power from the transcendent world has entered into the material creation, and nothing can resist it. Nothing can resist it. It is working from below and coming up like that. You see. So that is a great work of the avatar. As I was saying, the earlier avatars were bringing down powers belonging to the sphere of ignorance. Now, for the first time, the avatars are bringing a power which belongs to the world of knowledge, from the world of knowledge, you see. That is a great difference between these avatars, you see. It does not mean that the earlier avatars were inferior creatures. That does not mean that they were smaller people and now he is a greater man. It's not that. It is the same Supreme who is working out in a different way completely, you see. Same Supreme. Because it has to go through a process. So if you are bringing out a Manomaya Purusha, if you are bringing in a Pranamaya Purusha, it is the Supreme himself who is doing that thing. It does not make him less than, see, a entry of prana, of life, here this existence by the Supreme is of a great importance, as is the entry of mind into the is of a great importance, equally great importance of the higher Vijnana entering into mind. It is not that there is a kind of a gradation like that he is a superior avatar, he is an inferior avatar, that Rama is a small avatar and Krishna is a bigger avatar. It's not that, you see. It's not that. It's not that, you see. It's not that. So, the entry of supermind is something which nobody can resist. Now, of course, the question is obvious. Why is it that supermind could not have been brought down earlier? Straight away. Why go through all this? Bring life and bring mind and then wait for supermind. As I've been saying, that the entry of these powers is necessary to prepare matter. To prepare matter to hold the divine presence in it. To prepare matter, the divine presence in it, you see. Otherwise, if the supermind directly enters into matter, matter will get crushed, will get shattered completely, like a piece of glass. Will get shattered completely, you see, shattered. So matter has been prepared, and the preparation of the matter is a long process. It has taken millennia. Preparation of matter has taken a millennia, more than millennia. See, we don't know how many avatars have gone and all that, you see. It has taken. So the preparation of matter is important, and it is that which is going on until now in the evolutionary course of the earth, preparation of this unconscious void to receive the higher power. Now we are entering into a different phase, the phase of knowledge, where the higher powers of spirits will enter and start manifesting themselves in this world. So that is the kind of conclusion we can derive from this entry of life into matter